Hey, creative ones, it's Melissa D'Antoni live. Good morning from Bali. It's Sunday morning here. Wanted to just do a quick video, talk about the rise of emotions. Emotion, energy and motion. If you're here, say hello. Hey Jason, let me know where you're watching from too. So I want to talk a little bit about the rise of emotion. You know, many of you are rising emotions. Remember, emotion is just energy and motion, and we're all being invited to awaken into a different belief system, a different paradigm than we may have learned growing up around emotion. Hi, Brendan. Hi, beautiful. What's up, sister? Hopefully everyone can hear me. It just got really loud downstairs. We're at a resort here in Nusa Dua. Beautiful coast here in Bali. So the rising of emotion, you know, everyone's talking about the rise and the awakening of the feminine. Well, guess what? Emotional energy, the emotional body is the feminine principle. So everyone is feeling this intensely. Of course, you can see it on the planet, on Mother Earth, you know, rising in intensity with weather patterns, with energetics. This is all also being mirrored within our own experience, right? We can feel the trembles. We can feel, and the more awake you become, the more that you heal, and the more consciousness that you sort of reclaim from your own conditioning, your own patterning, your own sleeplessness, right? The more intense life can feel, the more intense the emotion can feel. And we are waking up this energy. It's life force energy, and we are waking up this energy, and it is because it is creative energy. It's just waking up to more life, and we have to learn the resources, the tools. You know, we have the resources, the tools, and the consciousness to process it now responsibly. And that's really what's being called for. We're all being called to feel the feelings, to clear, right? The trauma, the collective trauma, the trapped emotion, you know, everything that's been repressed for generations and generations and centuries of emotional energy, emotion that has been blocked, life force, creativity, consciousness that has been blocked, right? So to truly become the alchemist of your own life and to really step into your power as a co-creator, you have got to take responsibility for your emotions. That is your energy in motion, right? That is your energy. So be responsible for the energy that is showing up for you. Get the support, work with the teachers, learn the tools, how to alchemize your own energetic experience. That is your personal mastery. That is your invitation to self-empowerment, right? And you may want to check out the video I did yesterday or this morning for some of you, around you know, how to be, I think I said something like being unfuckwithable. Being unfuckwithable is about being 100% emotionally responsible for everything showing up in your reality, right? Because when you are embodied and owning all of your energy, you are in your creative power, and you can shift it. You can change it at a dime, right? And you're not trying to control the outside circumstances or taking on other people's energy, or you know, playing that kind of, you know, I'll do this for you. It's like codependency. Like, I'll do this for you if you promise to do this for me. And it's all deeply subconscious, right? And learned behavior. But it keeps us stuck, and it keeps us blocked, and it keeps us disempowered. Hey, Allison. Let me know if this is speaking to you right now. I felt really called to talk about this sort of rising of emotion, the rising of the intensity. We're all feeling it, right? And I'm going to talk about how this plays out a little bit too, and give you some real life examples. But So with the rising of the feminine, of the emotional body, of the feeling body, of this awareness of this energy and this call to be really present in your emotional body, you may experience people that are more aggressive, that are projecting, or out of balance, let's say, or more, or acting more dominating because they're afraid of this energy and they don't have the resources or the tools or really the personal responsibility to to take, there's a discord there, there's a wound there, there's a trauma there. And so instead it's like the inner child acts out in fear and dominance and trying to control the emotion, to dominate the emotion out of fear rather than to love it into submission almost, or love it into transmutation, because that's really how we transmute, how we alchemize anything. Everything is energy, and energy cannot be destroyed, right? It can only be transformed, and the way that we transform it is through the heart. It's through love, it's through compassion, it's through acceptance. If we resist it, that's what creates suffering. So if you're having a lot of emotional pain, and emotional healing is really what the awakening of the feminine is all about in many, many ways, or the feminine principle. It's the right brain, right? Feminine energy is the right brain. And I did a longer video on IGTV. We're still trying to upload it. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can find it there. But it's all about awakening the feminine and awakening the feminine principle in all of us, whether we're men, a man or a woman. We all have feminine energy, and if we are to come into balance, if we are coming into integration, into our own wholeness within ourselves, we have to come into balance with those principles, and those principles need to be working in harmony together within us. That's how we create change in the world, right? Mother attachment wound preverbal is what I'm finding. Yes, this is big. I'm going to do a video about this. Thank you, Allison, because I was just thinking about this too as I'm traveling the world with my daughter, and how in so many ways we're, healing that for our lineage. She's screaming at me. Yes, darling, you can come in. Come outside. I'm doing a video. Just a minute. So I'm going to wrap this up actually because my daughter's calling me. Yeah. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so the rising of emotion. What's really important in relationships, hey, you can come out here. What's really important in relationships right now is, and for 2020 and this decade, is co-creation, right? We're all being called to evolve relationally out of codependency and into co-creation, right? This is about equitable relationships. Everything is energy. So if energy is out of balance in a relationship, the universe is, the spiritual laws, the energetic laws, everything is always moving towards balance, right? So if there is anything that's out of alignment, the universe will naturally evolve a shift. So equitable relationships are key, because we have not been equal within ourselves, within, for example, the masculine and the feminine principle, right? And that polarity within ourselves. So we're coming back into balance, and that is a big shift in consciousness. That's a big shift in the way that we run our energy and the way that we relate to ourselves, to each other. All of that has got to change. So, equitable relationships, responsible co-creation, be accountable, be responsible for the energy you're bringing into any experience, and speak up too. You can come out here. Okay. I might have to wrap this up. Be responsible to the energy that you bring into any kind of co-creation. But most importantly, you have to be responsible to you, because if you're not being responsible to you, you're being irresponsible to the other person you're in creation with, right? It's up to us to be really integrated within ourselves and then bring that to the co-creation, to the collaboration, right? To the relationship. The other thing I wanted to talk about, but I'm gonna have to wrap this up, is the fear of, Melanie Tonya Evans does a video about this, and probably she just explains it way much better than me. The fear of crap. Why people don't speak up in relationships to create that natural balance and harmony. You know, a lot of it is the sort of wounded masculine principle, but is the fear, and this is like the collective, she speaks about it really beautifully, the collective human spirit. Like, you know, we are clearing generations and generations of trauma right now. It is all coming up. That is what you're feeling in the rise of emotions. So if you're kind of like, what the fuck, why am I feeling this so intensely, or I'm super sensitive, it's because there's so much life force, there's so much energy coming into the planet right now because we're being forced to evolve. We have to evolve, right? Because the universe is always moving into balance. So it's the fear. People don't speak up because of the fear of crap, criticism, what is it? Or speaking their truth because of criticism, rejection, abandonment, and persecution. And I hate Charlie. And I'm gonna put the link to her video below because it's so powerful and she does a way much better job, and I totally support her work. I've actually done her courses on narcissistic abuse and clearing trauma. She also has a quantum tool for clearing you know, trauma, which I think is really powerful. I personally painted and used my own tools along with it because to me it was more multidimensional, because I needed to move my energy on the physical plane. But I will put a link to that below. And also, if you're feeling like the intensity of like the mother wound that I think Allison mentioned, yes, the attachment, or you're feeling any of this and you want to do an ancestral clearing using creative alchemy, using karmic alchemy, or come back into balance within your own energetic path and clearing trauma, and really get the tools that, like, you know, I mean, I will show you right here. We have our little pop-up studio here in Bali. Yeah. This is paint as medicine. This is powerful energy medicine, and you get to clear your own energy. You get to learn how to be the alchemist of your own life, and clear whatever comes up for you. And it's quick, and it's easy, and it's fun, and it's non-verbal. You don't have to go into the trauma. You just have to express the energetic imprint and release it, and then take action accordingly from there. Sending you so much love from Bali, from my heart to yours. Have a beautiful day.